and they carry out the task according to the given time period. So the government is today very happy about how these things are going on in the northern province. And this is more empowering the government livelihood assistance programs, and these are major programs done by the government. There are so many projects, like as I said, the Re-Awakening project and the CARE project, the Peace project. These are the projects carried out by the government for supporting the people in livelihood and assistance program. And the security forces are supporting and assisting this program to be a success. And these are some of the other photographs. These are all in all districts. These things are continuously daily taking place. And we are so happy and how the security forces are supporting for this type of efforts there. And this is one of the latest development in the northern and the eastern province. The development of the agriculture sector in northern province. This under the government Day01 program, we have already selected 100 families in each Gramanildari division. When you say Gramanildari division, there are about, in the northern province this way, there are more than 900 divisions. Like. In each division, 100 families are selected, and where our government is giving all the support to develop the agriculture sector in those areas for these families. So what happened is the security forces are supporting this effort at the moment in putting up the bunds, then the irrigation canals, certain areas, the complete area be captured by security forces. Now they are converting them to farms and supporting the government in that effort as well. And now this is one of the latest development. There we started carrying out certain public-private partnership programs, especially in the areas like Kilnochi, Mena, then also in Mulatiu. And how the security forces supported in this effort is most of the areas captured by security forces is certain grounds, and we are converting them to the farms like this, and we get the support from the other private sector as well. And the security forces are giving all the assistance. And by doing that, what happened is, and we are giving a lot of facilities to the people and also employment for the people. And certain buildings that are captured, there's no use to anybody, that they have been rebuilt, and the companies are taking over and they are starting the commercial work in those areas. And the next what I want to show you is this is how the security forces at the moment supporting and assisting the government in the northern province as well as in the eastern province. Now what I want to tell you, what should be the future. And as again the second event said, even Professor Gundatta, he mentioned that security forces may have a major role to play in future along with the government in the development plan in the northern and the eastern province of Sri Lanka, is under post-conflict scenario. The first pledge may be the assisting mega government development projects. Today, as I showed you earlier, there are so many projects going on. The development of the infrastructure, development of the road network, development of the irrigation system, the agriculture system, education sector, health sector. These are all being developed together simultaneously in the entire northern province and the eastern province. Sometimes you find that there are certain areas lacking and some certain areas moving forward properly. So these are the areas maybe where the security forces also can get involved and to see that they are giving all the support and assistance to develop those areas, especially the irrigation sector, the education, etc. And also the implement of government security forces partnership programs. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something, that we have just started this type of partnership programs with the security forces, where the provincial government, provincial councils and the government resources up to a certain extent are transferred to the certain areas for security forces to carry out certain major important work, like reconstruction of the houses, some buildings, education centers, and all those things are now taking place in the northern province especially. By doing that, it happens in a very rapid pace at a given period of time. And assisting developing major community-based infrastructure programs. And there are so many programs and the projects worked out by the government for the development of the infrastructure program at community-based level. Now, this will be done in future according to a methodical plan. As I said, we are working on selecting 100 families in each Ramanildari, small divisions. Like that, we will be selecting certain families, and certain projects will be introduced, and we will get the assistance of the armed forces, and to see that those projects are going to be properly implemented and the results is achieved. And assisting the development of tourism and education sector. This is one area, ladies and gentlemen, that the security forces can support in the future, especially the tourism, the areas where there is a lot of attraction there in the northern province and also in the eastern province. This might give a very good result if you work it out properly and if you use the government, use the security forces and do it properly in that area. And the education sector, as you all know, in the northern and the eastern province, the education sector is really valued by all the people of these areas. And today we find sometimes when you go to the education sector, as our Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs said, that most of the schools are functioning today in the entire northern province. Out of 1,110 schools, almost 1,090 schools are at the moment they are functioning, except in the area called Pudumatalan. So what happens here is, you find when you go to certain areas, in the education sector there are certain weaknesses. The problem is they don't have the teachers, say the science teachers, the English teachers, sometimes maths teachers, the IT sector. Those are the areas where is weak in these areas. So we can make use of our armed forces sometimes to give them the support and assistance in this area. Those are the things that we have to work out in future to make sure that this is how you go to the feelings and of the people. And their opinion will change. Their feelings will be good towards the armed forces and the government. So this is how I think in future we may have to support the people of this area, the area in eastern and the northern provinces. And what are the advantages that we are going to get from this? As you all know that with my experience working with the armed forces for the last 2 years, I found whenever the request is made, it is done within that time period. And the transparency is maintained. And also the cost effective. And I also found that it could provide a very effective service. The armed forces will provide a very effective service and in support of the government development program in the northern province. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I want to say about how the security forces are already been integrated in support of the government effort in post-conflict scenario in the northern and the eastern part of Sri Lanka. And if you have any doubts later, I am prepared to clarify that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jan Chansiri. Now